Hello, Beatle friends, and hello to everybody else watching. Great to see you all today. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Today I'm going to show you my Beatles vinyl finds. I'm going to show you a couple of solo Beatles singles and vinyl albums, both group and solo. So hope you enjoy this Beatles vinyl update video, and let's begin. I'm going to start off by showing you the solo Beatles 45 singles. First one here is by Ringo, Back Off Boogaloo, UK pressing on the Blue Apple label. And it's placed in the Black Apple sleeve. And on the B side is Blind Man. Someone wrote their name on the label. Let me show you the record. The record's in nice condition. And here's side 2, the B side of the single. And I found this for a nice low price on Discogs. The next solo Beatles 45 single I'm going to show you is another Apple Promo 45, where one side is the song in mono and the other is the song in stereo. And this one is a John Lennon record, Number 9 Dream. That's the mono side. And that's the edited version of Number 9 Dream. The version on the album goes on longer than 2 minutes and 58 seconds. And here's the other side of the record, the stereo side. Here's a close-up of the Promo 45. I found this off Discogs for about $20. The record store where I bought my other promo records, which I showed you in my Beatles Promo vinyl update video, they had this particular Promo 45 in stock at the store, and they wanted $45 for it, and I wasn't going to get it for $45, and I passed on it. But I was lucky enough to find a Discogs listing of this Promo 45 for $20, and I'm very happy. And this record's in great condition too. Had to clean it up before I checked it out. And here's a close-up of the mono side. And the version on this 45 clocks in at 2 minutes and 58 seconds, which is shorter than the album. They cut out the last verse for this promo edit version. And here's the other side, which is the stereo version. And the same thing, promo edit version, clocks in at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Now on to the vinyl albums. I'm going to show you the solo Beatles records first, and then I'm going to show you the Beatles records as a group at the end of the video. The first solo Beatles record I'm going to show you is the Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab reissue of John Lennon's Imagine album. This was reissued back in 2003. And this reissue contains the 2000 remix of the album. Here's a better look at the album without the plastic sleeve. I've purchased this album for about $30 off the Mercari website. It was originally $40, but I put in an offer of $30 and the seller accepted, and I'm very happy with that. And here's the back of the MFSO reissue. Let me show you a close-up of the number on this copy. Special limited edition number 00835. Very nice low number there. Here's an insert, which is a replica of the original inner sleeve of the album. And what's interesting about this, it uses the Japanese insert, because right here, that's the Japanese catalog number for the late 70s reissue of this album. And here's the other side of the insert. And this one's in nice condition. And let me show you this insert here, which holds the record. Before I show you a close-up of the record, I want to show you the inner sleeve. Very special inner sleeve. And here's a close-up of the record on 180 gram vinyl. And it's a very thick 180 gram vinyl too. Close-up of the MFSL label. This is a Gain 2 Ultra analog pressing. And like I said, this uses the 2000 remix of the album. Other side of the record. The next album I'm going to show you is another copy of Ringo the Fourth, reissue by Friday Music on 180 gram colored vinyl. Back of it. I kept a shrink on this album. I don't need to show you the gatefold again. I showed the gatefold in my Beatles Promo colored vinyl and picture disc update video. I will have the link to that video in the description if you haven't watched it yet. Quick close-up of the white inner sleeve here. And let me go ahead and take the record out and show you the record, which is on Valentine's Day red vinyl. And every time I look at this red vinyl, I want to go buy cherry hearts and eat some cherry hearts. Here's a close-up of the Atlantic label. And the other side of the album. I haven't played this, and I haven't played the gold vinyl one either. And like I said in the previous Beatles update video, I have listened through this album, and it's no favorite of mine. I like some songs on here. This is going to be the last copy of Ringo the Fourth I'm ever going to buy. I will not buy another one after this. This is it for me. The first two Paul McCartney records I'm going to show you are the Barnes & Noble exclusive variations of Tug of War and Pipes of Peace, reissued back in 2015 as part of the Paul McCartney Archive Collection series. I bought both of these records at my local Barnes & Noble store back in January for 50% off. During that month, Barnes & Noble were doing a vinyl record clearance sale. Let me show you Tug of War first. I kept this sealed, never opened. And the reason I'm keeping it sealed is because I already have a vinyl copy of this Archive Collection reissue. And it's already open. And I just want to leave this sealed for now, even though this Barnes & Noble exclusive has a single added as a bonus, a replica of the original single added. And it's the single of Ebony and Ivory backed with Rain Clouds in the color sleeve reproduction of the original release. And I'm not wild about that personally. It's just going to remain in mint condition inside this album. And this album is going to remain sealed, like I said. Next is Pipes of Peace. Same thing. Bought this for 50% off, and it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and I kept this one sealed and don't plan on opening this copy because I already have an Archive Collection vinyl reissue of this album. This Barnes & Noble exclusive includes a limited edition 7-inch single of Pipes of Peace backed with So Bad, in a color sleeve reproduction of the original release. The 7-inch single included as a bonus in this Barnes & Noble exclusive edition is a replica of the original UK single, where Pipes of Peace is the A-side and So Bad is the B-side. But when they released the single here in the United States in the early 80s, they flipped it. So Bad was the A-side and Pipes of Peace was the B-side. The rest of the Paul McCartney records I'm going to show you in this update are all 12-inch maxi singles. The first one here is Take It Away, Japanese pressing. Back of it, Obi strip here. Obi strip's in wonderful condition. Here's a close-up of the Japanese insert in brilliant condition. Here's a record in the inner sleeve, and it's on translucent yellow vinyl. And this is my second copy of this Japanese yellow vinyl variation of the single. And it's in mint condition. And I found this for about $14 and thought I'd get another copy of this yellow vinyl 12-inch single. Pressed in Japan. I played the other copy, but I have not played this one. I want to keep this one in mint condition. The next Paul McCartney 12-inch maxi single I'm going to show you is No More Lonely Nights, Japanese pressing. Back of it, Obi strips in great condition. I found this record for about $10. It's missing a Japanese insert, and I think it's missing a poster too. So I'm going to have to look for an upgrade copy so I have the insert and the poster. Here's a close-up of the record in the inner sleeve here. We'll go ahead and take the record out of the inner sleeve. Show you a close-up of the record. And this one's in excellent condition. Extended version of No More Lonely Nights on this side. And on the other side, Silly Love Songs, the Broad Street version of Silly Love Songs, and the ballad version of No More Lonely Nights, which was the bigger hit. And the extended version of No More Lonely Nights on this variation, as well as the UK variation of the 12-inch, and I think other foreign 12-inch variations of the single. The extended version is different from the extended version used on the 12-inch single released here in the US. The next two Paul McCartney 12-inch singles are both UK pressings on the Parlophone label. First one I'm going to show you is Birthday from the Trippin' the Life Fantastic album. Back of it. And this single includes 3 extra tracks that didn't make the Trippin' the Life Fantastic album. Go through the 4 songs on here. Birthday, recorded at the Nebworth Festival back in 1990. Good Day Sunshine, recorded in Montreal in 1989. And on side 2, you have P.S. Love Me Do, recorded at Rio de Janeiro in 1990. Not a fan of P.S. Love Me Do, by the way. And the last song is Let 'Em In, recorded in Tokyo in 1990. Here's a better look at the cover. And here's a record on Parlophone. side 2 of the single. The last Paul McCartney record I'm going to show you, and the last solo Beatles record I'm going to show you in this Beatles update video, is All My Trials, 12-inch maxi single, UK pressing. Back of it. Here's a close-up of the cover without the plastic protective sleeve. It's got some ring wear on the front there, but it's very light, it's not deep. And that's the track list right there. Let me quickly go through the 4 songs on this All My Trials 12-inch single. Have All My Trials, which was from their Trippin' Alive Fantastic Highlights album. Sea Moon, which was done during sound check. And on side 2, a live version of Mall Kintyre. And Put It There, which is on the Trippin' Alive Fantastic album. Here's a close-up of the record on the Parlophone label. Side 2 label. Now to show you the Beatles records. First one here is Introducing the Beatles version 2. Another copy of version 2. Back of it. As you can see, there's some wear on the cover, but overall it's in good condition. This copy doesn't have the original VJ inner sleeve, so I'm just going to take the record out of this plain white inner sleeve and show you the record, which is on the VJ Oval label. It's not in perfect condition, but it plays through without any serious issues like you know, skips and big pops and stuff like that. And I found this for about $12 off eBay. It was $12 with free shipping. And I decided, let me get another copy of this variation of Introducing the Beatles version 2 with the VJ Oval label. The next Beatles record I'm going to show you is another stereo copy of A Hard Day's Night, original motion picture soundtrack on United Artists. And back of it, this is the 1964 variation because the music publishing information is different here. It doesn't list I'll Cry Instead like on the later variations. It's listed as I Cry Instead on this album. And this one's in nice shape. Let's have a better look at the album without the plastic sleeve. Here's a United Artists inner sleeve, earlier variation. And it's in nice shape. Here's a close-up of the record on United Artists label. And this one's in nice shape. Still not a perfect copy, but it plays through without any issues. And here's side 2. My next Beatles find in this Beatles update video is Rubber Soul, UK stereo pressing. Back of it. Here's a better look at the album without the plastic sleeve. Price sticker here. And back of it, flip back sleeve made by Garrett and Lofthouse in England. This copy doesn't have the original EMI inner sleeve made in the UK, so I'm just going to show you the vinyl record pressed in the UK. It's on the yellow and black Parlophone label, and it's in stereo. This is a 1969 pressing of the stereo album, and what's different about this 1969 pressing is that it doesn't have the Sodium UK text under the Parlophone logo. And this was also the last variation of the album in which Parlophone used a yellow and black label, which is this one here. And after this variation, they designed a silver and black box Parlophone label, and they used that for subsequent pressings of this album, as well as the other Beatles albums on the Parlophone label. And here's side 2 of the record. And this record's in good condition, very good condition. I have 2 more Beatles records to show you in this Beatles vinyl update video, and they're both German pressings. First one here is Yellow Submarine. This is a German first pressing because of the catalog number here. Later pressings have a longer catalog number. Here's the back of it. Here's a better look at the album without the plastic sleeve. It's laminated. Back of it. Here's the original inner sleeve made by EMI in Germany. And it's in nice condition. Here's a close-up of the record pressed in Germany. It's on the dark green Apple label, and it's in stereo. And what's interesting about this copy is there is a misprint on the side 1 label. The song All Together Now has a misspelling. The word together is misspelled. It's spelled as Togehether instead of Together. And there's a close-up of the misspelling here. And if it has this misspelling, then it is a first pressing. And here's side 2, the George Martin Orchestra side. The last Beatles record I'm going to show you in this Beatles update video is Abbey Road, German first pressing. Back of it. Close-up of the album cover without the plastic sleeve. Here's a quick close-up of the plain white inner sleeve, which the record is placed in. And let me pull the record out of the inner sleeve and show you the record itself, pressed in Germany. It's on the dark green Apple label. I have a second German copy of Abbey Road in my collection, and what's different about that one is the Apple label is lighter on that copy. On this copy, it's darker. And here's the other side. That wraps up this Beatles vinyl update video. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of the records, both group and solo. And as I always say, stay tuned for more videos. And also, as I always say, thank you very much for watching, and talk to you all later.